When we were here the first day, we did that first little self-analysis, right? We tested our heart rate, we checked our stressometer, and we also tested our breathing. Why did I care about your breathing? Remember what we did? What did we do with our breathing? What did we do?
We put our hands on our chest and on our stomach to feel what we were breathing with, what muscles we were trying to use.
Okay, everyone do this again. So sit up, straight up and down. Why did we do that? Why, do you know why we did that? Why did we care?
Where we're putting our air.
Do you know?
Isn't it, it's more natural to breathe with your stomach muscles, or not stomach muscles, but down, yeah. Instead of your chest muscles, those aren't meant to be used for breathing, so when you're stressed,
Right.
you breathe those instead, though.
Yeah, do you have anything else to add to that?
We did this so we were aware of how we're breathing.
Yeah.
Figure out if we're using our stomach muscles or our chest muscles.
So let's do this. And don't worry that you're... So as you inhale and exhale normally, just kind of focus on your breath for a second. So how many in here, did you get a feel for that? How many in here are mostly chest breathing? And there's not judgment here. There's no, gosh, I can't even breathe right. Thing I do every day, all day long. I can't even do that right. That's not what we're saying, no. How many were both, chest and stomach, primarily? How many were stomach only? A few of you stomach only. So, if you looked at a baby and you watched it breathe, him or her, would it be chest or stomach or both?
Stomach.
It's almost only stomach, right? So you have the stomach, the diaphragm moves down, and because it's moving down, it forces, because there's not a lot of room down there, it forces this to move out. What you were just saying, yes. Okay? So, does that mean that our chest breathers are bad breathers? No, it doesn't. All that's indicating is if we're breathing with our chest where it's going up and down, and if it's more shallow, there's a good chance that our body is kind of in that fight or flight mode, because that's how we do breathe in the fight or flight mode. When you're running super fast, you need as much oxygen as possible. And so you're just, right? Now, the next question is, which is better, nose breathing, mouth breathing, or both? Which is the more natural, like you said? Which is the more natural way of breathing? In and out through our nose, mouth, or both? I don't know if I did that right.
I think nose.
Do you think nose?
I guess.
Most, I was listening to a guy who was, there's one book I read called The Science of Breath, and then there was another guy I was listening to on a podcast who's one of those super brilliant guys who's done a lot of research on breathing. And he said most people breathe in and out through their mouths from time to time, and unless you're working out, you should breathe in and out almost only through your nose. Unless you're exercising, doing something, or if you just ran to the top of the stairs, and so you need that extra air, no big deal. But when you're just sitting like this, we should consciously, and I do this a lot, where I just notice I'm going, and I have to consciously go, not with my hands, but I have to go. And the thing that I notice when I do that is suddenly my breath gets a little bit slower when I just focus on just mouth, just nose breathing.